Hey guys, it's ESPN001 here for the final video of my first session. It's part 3, day 3 of Pikmin for GameCube. Anyway, so, first thing I want to talk about in this video is I've been saying Pikmin for GameCube. There is actually a fairly significant, well no not significant, but there is a bit of a difference between Pikmin on the GameCube and Pikmin on the Wii. On the Wii they tend to control a little better. Like, still some of the glitches and stuff are found in the game, but the Pikmin tend to control better, and I am 99.9% sure you can throw them further in Pikmin with the Wiimote. The Wii release did come from where's the last one? Forgot. Oh yeah, that's something that can happen. That can happen. Never mind. Not a big deal. Okay, what I want to do now, let's get out about 60 reds, I think would be good. Yeah, we'll get out about 60 reds. Main goals for today are to get 2 or 3 more ship parts, get some walls and stuff broken down, and to raise up our yellow population as much as possible. Because I want to get to about 30 or 40 yellows today. Like I said, we don't need that many in the game, but I would like to at least have some. Okay, we'll have nectar here for later. Okay, so, let me look at the radar real quick and try to decide what I want to do today. We can get both of those parts fairly easily. We can't get this one yet without sequence breaks. We can get that one. Can't get that one yet. That one requires a different type of Pikmin. And this one you can get today, but I'm not going to go for it, most likely. So my goal is to try to get those 3 parts today, and then we'll get the other 3 the next time we come back. So I think that's a pretty adequate goal for today. And to wipe out any enemies that I can along the way. So yeah, you want to throw Pikmin directly on top of these guys to kill them faster. These are where the pellet posies will end up sprouting up at. I sometimes like to destroy them because the Pikmin will end up latching onto them. And the pellets aren't really all that helpful. Unless there are multiple Pikmin from them. So, Bum Rush. They're not all red, so it didn't work perfectly that time, but it was close, so good enough. So, during fights, sometimes Pikmin will end up losing their flowered ability, as you might have seen there. But like I said, unlike in Pikmin 2, the enemies usually won't respawn for a couple of days. There might be a couple of exceptions to that, but for the most part they don't actually respawn for a couple of days. So killing them really has a lot of benefits, because you're going to kill probably 100 times as many enemies in a playthrough of Pikmin 2 as you will in Pikmin 1. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay. Aw, crap. Yo, you were supposed to help me out here by... Thank you. There we go. Now, it would also be more helpful if in this game it was like Pikmin 2 and you could have multiple captains. That would actually make this go a lot faster. But sadly, that is Pikmin 2, and this is Pikmin 1. And I'll admit, the sequel, Pikmin 2, is a better game overall, but Pikmin 1 just holds really a special place in my heart because it's such a fun game, and it sort of introduced these little creatures, and it's a lot easier to 100% than Pikmin 2 or Pikmin 3. Okay, these big, dark, black walls will take 9 bomb rocks to take out, unlike the usual 3. But we had just enough with us, so... we're going to get our reds and get all of them to come help us take this home. Alright guys, the Extraordinary Bolt. I bought this because the salesman told me it is of extraordinary quality, that it is indiscernible to the average person. Exactly what makes it so extraordinary is a secret. But just look at it, extraordinary. Oh my god, all of them are, like, some of the stuff that you'll see that we have to collect that he's bought, it's kind of funny. It feels like he's really bad at deciding what to buy. It's actually really funny. Okay, we could take them back that way, but I'm going to leave these guys over here. What I want to do is get this big guy to the yellows. He'll take 10 to carry, But what we can do is, if you have mostly one color on something, that will actually make it come a little faster. Ooh, they got it back already. Wow, you guys are fast. But the yellows need that more than anyone else right now, so we need to get that back for them. Extraordinary Bolt. 4 out of 30 parts, let's roll. So, we'll give this thing to the reds. And the rest of you can start working on this black wall. I think they take 3 times as long to take out, so there's actually a little hole you can go through right here if you want to. I think it is right here. It's somewhere around here, I thought. Whatever, I mean, there's no real purpose of it because it can't get you anywhere. So like I said, let's give that to the reds so we sprout up a few more reds after losing some yesterday. And we're gonna go rescue I'm gonna go rescue this one Pikmin over here that... What I think happened with him is that sometimes when a flower Pikmin dies, they will actually drop, or they will actually make a new Pikmin sprout up there, which is actually kind of cool. But that does happen sometimes, but I don't usually pay much attention to it, but oh well. Okay, let's pick up these Pikmin. I guess that... Hey, no. You are not hogging that for the yellows. The yellows need it a lot more than you do. Yeah. Don't look at me like that. Okay, so what I want to do now is, like I said, pluck up some yellows. So we have maybe 15 or so yellows now. That's not too bad. Come on. Oh, crap. Let's get this one. Actually, both of them. Okay, so we now have quite a few more yellows, which is good. And let's go ahead and reflowerize all the Pikmin that we can. Ooh, got a lot of flowers out of that. There is another thing in nectar here, but we're not going to worry about that. Next up, I want to take these yellows and... Oh wow, we have like 20 yellows. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Well, first off, you guys, some of you can carry these back. Oh, what's it called? Crap, how did I forget its name? I forgot what that thing's name is. Oh yeah, iridescent flint beetle, I think it is, or is it iridescent glint beetle? I think it's flint beetle in this game. Those things, when you kill them, like when you hit them enough times, they will continuously drop nectar or pellets, stuff like that. That's really all there is in this game, actually. There's a few of them in the game. They aren't that common and they aren't really all that worthwhile, in my opinion, but... Well, they can be, I guess. They can be, depending on where you are. Okay, what's going to happen here is I'm going to take these Pikmin and use them to tear down this wall much faster. Because, as you can see, these guys have made no progress on it, and they've been hitting it for like 3 real-life minutes. I believe days in this game last 13 minutes. 13 or 14 minutes, not including like cutscenes and stuff. And it's down! Perfect! That's actually exactly what I wanted to do. Okay, so I am going to probably drop the yellows off in the onion because I don't really have any use for them now for the rest of the day, so I have enough yellows though for now to where, oh, come on reds, what are you doing there? I have enough for now that I think I'll be okay, because on day 5, we will be able to go back to the impact site to get the other treasure there, or not treasure, other ship part there, but when you're there, you can sprout up like literally 200 Pikmin in a day if you play it well, so I'm not really going to worry about it. We're going to be able to sprout up enough yellows probably for the rest of the game. So let's let them do that, and we're going to take the rest of them over here. Alright, you two with the bomb rocks, you can come with me. Actually, no, I want the yellows to stay separate so they don't accidentally detonate the bomb rocks on me or something. Not necessarily how I wanted them to take him out, but okay. Let him take this out. No, you may not. Yeah, unfortunately I knew that was going to happen, but that's just to make sure they don't attack the Bulborb. Okay, so now that we've done that, there are more bomb rocks here. This area has a ton of bomb rocks, but you don't need nearly that many. Okay, bomb rush! Dead. Perfect. Oh wow, it deflowered like half of them though, but oh well. The Nova Blaster. It emits a dazzling burst of light, capable of destroying almost anything. I'm not exactly sure about this, but the promotional brochure claims its blast can travel through the currents of space-time, smash through stars in the rifts of space. Why? This is a question that Chugga Conroy asked. Why did it not activate in the opening cutscene? Like, seriously, game. Like, did you not think about that? No, you're not taking that back. That's for the yellows. Let's get you guys to go somewhere and... Oh yeah, that's the hole. And just throw away these bomb rocks, because we're not... Let me just check and make sure there's nowhere we can use these today. Nah, I don't want to try to do the sequence break, because I'm not really as good at it. Let's just get them to get rid of those bomb rocks so they can carry back another pellet and raise up a couple more of their kind. Actually, no, I'll get them to carry this one back instead with the help of a red. And sure, you can have this one too, just because I'm nice. Actually, you know what? I'll give you guys this as well. Oh wow, I already got it back. I believe the Nova Blaster is actually the first instance of a ship part that's not required to complete the game to 100%. Because, oh, ship's capabilities are increased. Very good. That means we can head off to another area. Which we'll have to do tomorrow, since we really can't. There's only like one other part we can even get here at this time. But I believe that's actually the first instance of a part that's not required to beat the game to 100%. There's 3 different endings. There's one where you don't collect enough ship parts to get off the planet. So that means you collect, I think, like, basically you don't collect the 25 that are required. That's one ending. The middle ending, the normal ending I think it's called, requires you to collect the 25 ship parts that are required, but not all of the non-required parts, because there are some that, as you'll see, are not required. Meanwhile, I'm going to take these reds over here so we can go ahead and start working on the last ship part of the day. This one is actually a sequence break. Okay, sure, you can take that back since I know you won't do anything else. Okay, what I want to do is get 50 Pikmin up here. Actually, as many as I can, preferably. We're going to have plenty of time to get this at least, so that's good. And what you can do is... Actually, you know what? I want to get 60 up there just because since they're not all flowers, they probably won't kill this guy correctly. Honey Wisps. Those guys will actually, when you kill them, will give you nectar. Okay, yeah, you guys can have this. Why not? I don't see why not. Let's pluck a few more reds. This will be enough reds to get this last part. Ah, well, I didn't mean to actually get the yellows with us, but oh well. Not like it's a big deal. Alright, let's go ahead and throw all these guys up on this ledge. We have about 70 Pikmin up there. I want to make sure there are none out, like they got trapped in the middle of nowhere, because that will sometimes happen. They'll get stuck on corners and stuff. If they're in the ground, though, they won't get left behind, and if they're in your base, they won't get left behind. So you're supposed to use blues and go up this ledge, actually, to get this, or throw them up from over there. But that's the strategy I like to use, is do it that way. It's the shock absorber. This apparatus counteracts the shaking and swaying that normally occurs during flight. It's smooth sailing with this in place, usually. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our 70-ish Pikmin to climb around this wall. That way. This Bulborb... Oh my god, you guys are so stupid! He's gonna kill 5, or possibly more. God, that did not go correctly at all. He killed like 8 of them. Like I said, that is one of just those instances of the Pikmin AI just is so bad in this game sometimes. they'll attack people when you don't want them to. And I mean, not every time that Pikmin die, it's bad Pikmin AI. There's definitely times when I failed. But times like that, I think you guys can agree that that was pretty much bad Pikmin AI. Sure, there were probably ways I could have gotten out of that without losing any. I could have called them away fast enough. But I'm just lazy, and I know that we're going to sprout up enough back at the impact site anyway. So we're almost out of time for today, so let's go ahead and get them to swarm this object and carry it back. Wow, they actually pushed the Bulborb corpse off. It's kind of funny, actually. And I had not exactly my point. They are so stupid sometimes, it's ridiculous. Great, now they're going to try to carry something else back. I gotta go rescue this guy. Like I said, not smart. Reds cannot swim. And they stupidly decided to follow me into the water even though I thought I just missed them. Shock Absorber, 6 out of 30 parts, very good. Now you idiots just stay right there while I go get the other idiot that decided to get stuck on this ledge. Yes, that sometimes happens, and if you have one Pikmin with you, sometimes... Oh. Hurry up. Okay, just want to make sure that I don't leave any behind. No, get over here. Okay, that's stupid. I'm hitting Y and the Y button isn't working. Watch me find out that I left behind like 30 because the Y button wasn't working. I'm not even kidding. I probably left some behind there just because, like I said, the stupid Y button wasn't working. But whatever, it's like it's a big deal. It's just a video game. I'd prefer to make the run look as good as possible. That one stupid red just had to get stuck up there. Oh wow, I didn't leave any behind. Okay, never mind. That's good. Didn't leave any behind. Lost quite a few from that giant Bulborb, but otherwise it was a good day. 3 days since impact. I now add yellow Pikmin to my list of discoveries even though we found them yesterday. These creatures can wield bomb rocks, so perhaps I can use them to blast down rock walls and open up new regions. Red and yellow Pikmin as well as bomb rock carriers break into squads when dismissed with X, or when I grab one, blah blah blah. So today we lost 10 from that one Bulborb fight, which was still just bad Pikmin AI, not my fault. But we sprouted at 50, which is very good. So we now have 118 reds, which is enough for now, and 26 yellows, which is enough yellows for the moment. We have 24 parts left and 27 days to get them. There's nothing else really we can do in the Forest of Hope yet. So we're going to hold off on coming back here until we discover one last type of Pikmin and raise up our total numbers. So guys, we're going to save our game and hope that the file does not corrupt because that would be very, very bad. And next time, guys, we will head off to the worst area of the game in my opinion, the Forest Navel. So, see you guys then.